commissioners.
I'd like to supplement that question a little bit. This is kind of maybe narrowly tailored a little bit. As we know, this district does not really encompass the city of Atlanta, and it's mainly right outside of it. But this delegation will be made up by the minority or majority with representatives from the city of Atlanta. I think Mr. Ellenberg makes the point that the dependency issue between the city of Atlanta and the county has changed. However, I don't think the county can ever be quite divorced from the city with respect to major issues in the county. Atlanta and Fulton County will be intertwined, and particularly things like education, water, and other issues. I'd like to hear y'all kind of maybe narrowly tailor your answer a little bit to particularly how would you help the delegation in its relationship with other representatives and other elected officials from the city of Atlanta to kind of be more efficient and effective, because in my time in the Capitol, one thing I've seen that stalled progress within Fulton County is that very confrontational relationship between the city of Atlanta and Fulton County with respect to delegation.
You've got to build a bridge there, Jimmy. What I mean, the bridge has got to be built between people. You know, there's a divide. There's obviously a divide on, you know, people that live in the city and people that live in the county. So I think we've got to really work, you know, on befriending and working with each other. Not only at the, you know, what happens is you get a city council that's about the city council, or you get a, you know, a county commissioner and a commission, and it's about them. I think that it's got to be about the people for once, and not just about individuals on a board. So I'm a little old-fashioned when it comes to just sitting down with someone and trying to say, look, you know, what's it going to be best for the constituents and best for the people? And I think, you know, and that's what I do every day in business is I manage folks, and I understand people, and so there's accountability. What I mean by that, there's accountability of how we handle it on the relationship side, because they need us right now.
Mr. Hill?
I do think that issue comes a lot down to leadership, like we talked about, and communicating with people. I think we saw with the previous mayor a poor relationship with the state, and now we've got a mayor who you may not agree with him on everything, but because he has those relationships with people at the state capitol, we've had some synergies that have been positive for Atlanta working with state government. We need to continue that. We need to take that to the next level. And it's great to have, we're going to have a state senator in this community that continue that dialogue and push it to the next level. And I look forward to working with City Council woman Yolanda Adrian and many of the others that are at the City of Atlanta, and fostering that dialogue so that we can work together, because that's ultimately how we'll save our tax dollars as well. When state government starts to work better with city government. I mean, at the end of the day, the reason that our Fulton County residents, City of Atlanta residents, are paying more in taxes is a lot due to City of Atlanta and Fulton County. So that dialogue has to continue. That's about leadership, bringing people together from all kinds of different walks of life and backgrounds. So I hope to bring that to the table.
Yeah, I think, you know, for me, how would I work with the City of Atlanta, particularly down at the General Assembly? I know these folks. I mean, I've worked with them to pass legislation. I've worked with them on the budget. And I think the key, as we're seeing with the relationship between Mayor Reed and Governor Deal, is you recognize those areas where you can agree, and you recognize those areas where you can work together. And you focus on those. And you don't focus on shouting or running to the AJC and beating your chest. And if you can do that, you can get an amazing amount of work done. And having worked with many people in the City of Atlanta delegation and on the Republican and Democratic side, if elected, I would look forward to continuing to do that. I look forward to working with Councilwoman Adrian. She's a friend. We were in Leadership Atlanta together, and so we've talked a lot about these issues and how can the state best work with the city. I think that there's been a good precedent set, and we just need to continue focusing on the things we share in common and the things that we can do together to better the entire region. I think that focus has been there, and I look forward, hopefully, to working with those folks again to bring the types of things to Atlanta, to the region.
Period.